Are you ready to complete your scientific illustration with a beautiful background? Let's go. Hello, my talented artists. To subscribe. The first thing I want you to make sure that you have is a clean brush. That is really important because the first step is we're only going to transfer clean water onto the background. So that's how we're going to start. Now I do notice that my insect, naughty Miss Cairns, it's not completed. So can you use your imagination and pretend that I've painted in the legs and this part of my insect and my antenna? Make sure your insect is completely painted in. And then what we're gonna do is we have two goals. We wanna make sure that we do not touch the insect with our wet paintbrush. We want to get as close to the insect as we can without touching. Another important thing to remember is that your insect must be completely dry when you're doing this. So this has to be the beginning of the period. We're only going to work on the background, and we're going to try to get as much water as we can, as close to the insect as we can. So if you notice, when I'm trying to get very close to my insect, I'm pointing the tip of my paintbrush at the line of my insect or at the shapes and moving it away. So I'm starting close and pulling back. I don't know if you can tell, but I am really getting a lot of water on here. See, my brush is long and skinny, and this shape is long and skinny. So I want to line those long, skinny parts up. Be really thoughtful how you are positioning your brush. You want to go slow to be careful, and you want to stay completely focused on painting. If you stop to do anything else, your water might dry up. Let's see if I can get a good video of all the water that's on there. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, this is a good angle. You can see all that water. Oh, actually, by doing this, I can see that there's a little spot without water right there. See how much water is on there. Now I'm going to decide what color the background is going to be. Objective number 2 is to create contrast between the background and the insect. Look at the colors of your insect and choose a different color for your background. This will create contrast. My insect is shades of blue and orange, so I'm going to use a light green. I'm going to show you what happens. It's pretty cool on the water. It spreads. This is step 2, adding paint to the watery parts on your paper. So you're just adding your color really carefully. I'm going to see if I like it splotchy or not. I might want to blend it a little bit in. You'll have to see what you like. Get as close to the bug without touching. Go slow. And make sure you turn your painting. It's a little bit easier to get into all the spaces if you turn your painting. I'm starting a new section. Friends, what do I need to do? What am I doing right now? That's right, clean my brush. You might want to just press out one dab, one drip, and then you are going to get as close to your insect as possible without touching. And you will notice that when you do touch the pigmented water, the pigment starts to flow into your new clean water. Remember to use the tip of your brush to get to the edge there. Once you have filled in all the areas with your background, don't forget the edges and the corners. It's time to put your painting in the drying rack. But here's the trick. It is very drippy because you put so much water on it. So what I want you to do first is I want you to wash your brush first. Just leave your painting flat on the table. That'll let it dry a little bit. When you're done washing your brush in the sink, you can come back and you're going to need to really keep your painting horizontal. Pretend it's a plate of food and you don't want the food to drop on the ground. Keep it flat. What happens if you have something drippy and if you have a drippy painting and you turn the painting sideways or vertical or diagonal? That's right. It's going to drip all over. It's going to spread the other colors all over, and you don't want to work so hard and then have your painting drippy all over. If you do get a drip, just come get me, we'll blot it. All right, I am done. So I would carefully, I'm even gonna put it at the edge of the table, carefully keep it flat, like this. Carefully carry it to the drying rack. Just remember, keep your painting flat.